Alright, well now I get to start off this video by saying I just ran through this whole thing without my mic working. How many times am I gonna have to do that before I learn? I switched my office up. I gotta get my green screen behind me again, but now my desk is in a different place. But let's get into Valkyrie. At least the second time through, I'll know what I want to say more. Until the 9th, we have rotating connect battle drops ×2. We have a lot of special challenges right now, a lot of daily logins as well. And we have 5 times mission rewards for a limited time, and that is just the stamina. So it is a good time to get a bunch of stamina back. Just do your dailies like you should be already. There's a new special custom set. This is just a cosmetic thing for your frame. I've seen people with it and it took me off guard because they look so different than the regular PFP, but it's only available in the shop for 2 more days, so I don't know. I don't encourage frivolous things like this that are just cosmetic. But it's interesting that they're doing it. I just wish they offered one for free from farming an event or doing some special challenge or something. Alright, everybody should know about the Fortune Bag Premium. That is a thing that everybody gets step 1 for free, and you just get to pick 3 gears and you get one of them for free right away. You only buy the step 2, 4, and 6. Everyone gets to do step 1 for free, so go and get your free gear. As for me, I picked up my second Spicastar sword, which is really good. I made my first 5-star, because it's one of the best pieces of gear in the game. If you don't have this one, definitely pick it as one of your 3. A lot of the other gears are pretty strong. There are some subpar ones. You kind of can't go wrong. Go get your free gear. That being said, still have to talk about the blacksmith. Although the level cap was increased, which means we got at least 100 new slots, it's still not enough. Between farming events and just everything coming through still, and the amount of new gear that floods all the time, gear management is still a huge problem. Now, I've even got the VIP stuff, I've got the extra storage stuff, and I've spent big diamonds to get 2 different storages up to this amount, and I'm almost filling them up. It's just getting so ridiculous. Every time I have to transfer a handful of stuff into here just means I should go through and reforge it instead of delaying all this eventual work, which is either just scrapping it or reforging it. Instead, I have to use all these spaces to throw every single little piece of gear every time. It's not worth it. Now I'm back to 13 slots, but that does bring me to another point, which is an update I need to go over now, and the fact that they've done something with summoning items when you're at inventory cap. Alright, so in the latest update, they finally added the Omega option to filtering, which they definitely need to do. Proud of them for it. Good job on them. We'll go check it out here in a second, but there's other things here too. So now you can perform a summon even if your gear inventory is full, which sounds great on paper, but they didn't do it all the way right. It gets sent to your mailbox instead. But yeah, this second note here, when your inventory is full, obtained gear will be sent to your gift box even if auto sell is turned on. They will not be automatically sold. That's just wrong. They should still be automatically sold, because now what you've done is just filled all this 2-star junk in my mailbox that I was gonna have be sold when I summoned it. Now instead I have to make room and then sell it manually. And the batch sell gear options up here is not for regular normal gear. It's for fusion, skill, reforge, and sell gears only. Even if you have all, the gear type doesn't matter here. It won't capture these regular 2-star gears. Now I have to receive them at a full inventory for every one. They shouldn't have just had that second asterisk. They should have let the sell go through so it doesn't have to clutter your mailbox. I didn't want that 2-star gear. I wanted it to be sold. I don't want it sent to my mailbox. There should still be the delineation there. I don't understand what the holdup is. That's just a huge net negative to the player. Now there's so much more tedium to do. Anyway, additionally, more limited 1-star difficulties are unlocked for some of the ushering of the stars, but I personally don't care about limited difficulty battles that much. They really don't give you that much except for like a couple 100 diamond trickle-ins, and I don't know. They're not worth it to me. It's not fun and engaging PvE content, so I don't do it. The 10-star ECB is the Vindicator Hell battle right now, which you saw all these golden koi in my inventory. Yeah, it's a decent item, but the amplitude and targeting schema has been released on a lot of other items recently. Just be sure you get a couple 5-stars and you can move on from it. This is going to last until the middle of May, so you have plenty of time. Okay, at this point I'll switch from events to summons because it'll be better to go through all the summons first. The first recording I did do 2 steps into this. Unfortunately I didn't get anything. I did bring over my red level gauge, which gives 4x boost, and now I'm a couple pulls away from hitting fever early on this, which I wanted to talk about as a strategy, which you can do as well. Whenever there's a parallel dimension party, your gauge always transfers over to the next one. So if you leave off without getting the unit before, you can leave your fever at red or even fever and wait for the next one to come by. Then you can even do your discount steps when the rates are that good. And so I gave myself the best chance. I might do a couple more and see my first fever here and see how it goes, but it's only 2 weeks and we're on the free to play side, so Now these Miracle Summon tickets you will get if you're pulling on banners, but you're only going to be able to hit the step 15 if you're like wailing and really pulling on something. But otherwise you're not going to really expect to see anything. And see, now where all those 2-star gears should normally be getting sold, they don't. They get sent to your mailbox and you can't even sell them here anymore. Now if I turned it off and tried to sell it, could it? Nope, because it's already sent to the mailbox. There's no more, you have no more control over the item at this point already. That's not good, Valk. You gotta let it be sold here, and then the 3-star gear that we want go to the mailbox. That's gotta be the solution. You gotta make it happen. This is way more tedium for the player right now. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm jumping timelines now. I haven't even covered the event, but the free ticket summon is based on the Golden Garm event, which you're going to want to do daily. It's just this 7-star. You run it once per day. It's not too difficult. You should be able to auto it pretty easily, but you're just getting those tickets from it. The event's only here for 2 more days, so be sure you're coming in here and getting as many free pulls as you possibly can, because you do see some good lucky units come through on this as well, and older EX counter heroes and stuff like that. Okay, well, as far as the banners themselves, Parallel Dimension, we have Dream Park Attendant Seraphel and Graphene. And going into their kits, let's see, we have Range Grounded Elf, and she's Earth and Light type. 10 buffs be removed at all times. That's really good as the Parallel Ascension condition. Fantastic Loop, Quick Frenzy Master Resolute Blessing. Blessing is action skill gauges more quickly and HP regen. That's a pretty rare buff overall. Don't even need all the red stuff. I mean, but if she got all that from Max Ascension, that'd be crazy. Skill gauge up on top of that after. Ignore shields and barriers, the important stuff. Dual damage type. Shot ignoring grace. That's a lot. And then brand and pit chain immunity temporarily on counterattack. Okay. Lost field, earth counterattack, thunder chain shot. Okay, brand and curse resistance. So a strong candidate here. Brand and curse immunity now for all ally that you can bring. And a male amp. 30% male amp, that's good. More male amp in the game. And that is the Seraphel. Now the Graphene. Magic Grounded Therian. 5 status ailments would be removed from all allies on their Ascension condition. All allies, a lot of red at the top, so none of this is going to happen until you're Ascension conditioned here. So you only get the light element amp and the dark res. So all that other stuff only comes when you're Ascensioning her up. Frenzy, Faint, Shadow Clone, Embolden, and Resolute add 4. So at least Embolden, that's at least all ally, light amp, those 3, and Embolden, which is good enough to start off with. Minor self-skill gauge and SAR upon Ascension. All enemy dual damage type again ignores barriers. Lots of CCs that ignore grace. Very common here now on these 2. Lost and Absolute Energy. It's really good. And the female amp on her. Okay, so the Seraphel gets male amp and the Graphene gets female amp. So pretty important pieces there if you don't have PDL to cover female amp. Not bad. I'll definitely kind of trickle in on them. Hopefully my fever comes through and I see one of them. They're pretty cool. All right, and as far as Arcana, main is still 0 Outcasts, and it's unfortunate, but these 2 are very interesting, Venus and Estrella. So let's just look at Estrella. Ranged Airborne Beast, another female beast in the game. One of the only ones that you should care about as far as beasts are concerned. All ally, pretty classic, nothing crazy. Resolute's nice though. Front ally. Okay, Fortified Row is unique, and skill gauge 50. That's huge. That's like just free action skills. All damage ignores everything. Oh yeah, so she has an Omni hit. This all enemy, and then it does a follow-up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. So it's an Omni hit action skill with the Fortify. Yeah, pretty bonkers. High Gravity, Ice Impact, which is pretty solid altogether. Good for the team, supportive and offensive. The Star All. So this is interesting because as the Beast Outcast, part of this passive only affects a Celestial ally, so you'd have to be sure that she's partnered with the highest attack as a Celestial. But 50% skill gauge opener pretty much guarantees that you can auto action skill on the beginning of the battle. That's insane. Good all ally stuff there. And then a really strong Celestial amp. So one of the first Celestial amps, and melee row enemies too. So not only row, but then Celestial targeting. That's a strong Outcast right there. I'm not going to go over Arcana Chain. Honestly, I feel like for the Beast, the only thing that she's going to be able to do is Moonforce with P-Rag, because there's really not other beasts that you're going to be doing with, unless you're doing like Holiday Managarm, or a Lindworm, or you know, like there's not even that many beasts in the game that she's going to be doing this stuff with. That's just weird. But anyway, Venus, let's move on. Magic Airborne Celestial. All right, all ally boon, and then everything dies. So the counter race gets to hit whatever element they counter. That's cool. Stack up, overpower, grace, solidarity. Skill gauge, everyone except self. Okay, we're going back with the brainwash and remove barriers and shields, but then she ignores them anyway. All right, grace, solid, solidarity, brainwash, fortify. And she has fortify? Okay. So she's got quite a, she's just never gonna die. All right, Eclipse, Heaven's Fall. It only hits 6 of the 8 races in the game. You might as well just said what it doesn't hit. Charm and Fear immunity. Back ally row only affects beasts, so she probably partners well with Estrella. All allies, skill gauge, quick regain, fleet-foot immortal to self. And then she gets another female amp, so 30% female amp is the staple PDL, and now Graphene has it, and now Finis has it. Female amp getting much more common. All right, well, that's the Outcast. Good luck if you're pulling for them. I won't be. Main is 0 Outcast strong. I'm just gonna represent. Anyway, best of luck in your pulls. Let's go over the rest of the events and whatever else I gotta say. Oh yeah, the last finale for the Wondrous Dawn is here. So if you're a new account and you haven't seen any of these parts, go through and just wrap them up, get your diamonds. I think they're all between 1 and 3 chapters, so it's pretty quick overall. Here we have a Coliseum right now for another 2 days. I normally don't even get to talk about those because they come and go so quick, but be sure you get your team set up earlier so you can get your daily rewards. Like I said, the best thing you can do is come in and get it done early, because that way you get your trickle in daily rewards. Otherwise, if you're a mid-game to late-game player, your objective should be to push to top 300. That way you at least get an extra 4-star copy of the gear here. If you push top 100, you're getting 2 5-stars. But that's kind of the break point here as well, to guarantee that you get 1,000 Coliseum tokens per event. That way you can buy 1 conflict gear, which isn't that big of a deal now, but it's still good filler, especially for newer players. But anyway, there's a lot allowed to this one, so you're going to be fighting Celestials. At a certain point, you're going to hit walls and whales that you're not going to be able to beat past. And if you don't have one of the beasts to CC Omega Celestials, you're going to be struggling, since people can bring Celestials all together. But like I said, just push for top 300, and if you're early game, just worry about like top 1000 or participating at all. That's really all you can do. All right, and I did have a final comment on their social media campaign, which is going on for another 3 days, and I would like to see a change from having there be raffle design winners to just like, if you participate, you get X amount of diamonds, or, you know, people want to have a tangible reward. I promise you, Ateam, if you're listening, do stuff like that more often, where like somebody, like, just give everybody 50 or 100 diamonds or something, 100 stamina, 100 diamonds, currency that they know that they can tangibly get. You're asking somebody to participate and invest their time into something. Don't just have it be a chance. Have them get something tangible back too. All the other big gacha companies, Hoyoverse, they all do this that way. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I will be keeping up with the Valkyrie content. I will stay diligent. I will get my other project videos done because I want that information out there. I want to be helping people learn how to play Valkyrie. And we'll be get it popping in all kinds of other content too. I got some stuff cooking now. I got my office revamped. I'm ready to roll. So until next time, everybody, foots out. Cheers.